Creating and adding rubrics is a new feature of Blackboard version 9 and is quite helpful when you are grading things like blogs, wikis, and journals. In this tutorial, I'm going to go through the steps for adding a rubric using the new Blackboard. Here are the steps that you can see. I'm going to expand the course tools from the control panel, and then you'll see one of the options there is rubrics. When you select that, you'll go to the rubric page where you have a create a rubric button, and you'll see that I have already created a rubric here that I can edit by selecting the show box. I'm going to go through the features of creating a rubric from scratch. When I select that, the first thing I must do is name the rubric. Giving the rubric a title is a must-do. If you describe the rubric, then you will also have details later when you're going through the different rubrics that you've created. The second area is where all the rich tools are available. The default is 3 rows across and 3 columns, and the columns have names that are already there as well as the rows. Here are the things that you're going to want to know about this interactive area. It is possible to rename each of the columns and save that. It is possible to reorganize the columns by moving things to a different location, and you'll see that Proficient has moved over. And the same is true for the criteria. You can edit each row, and you can move the criteria by moving things up and down. When you are creating the actual values for the rubric, you can type directly into each of the sections. And when you show the points, you can give the point value that you want for each area of the rubric. It is possible to have a point range so that things can have a range of points and give you a richer grading potential. Once you've created a rubric, you'll press Submit, and that rubric will show up as one of your rubrics in this Tools section. Again, the steps that we just followed. You expand the course tools and select Rubric. When you choose the Create Rubric button, you can name and describe the rubric, and then you can organize and rename the achievement or the criteria columns and rows. If you want to add more rows, I didn't show you that, there is the ability, whoops, let me edit this one, to add rows and columns by selecting this button, and then you can reorganize, edit the name, and add the content there as well. Once you've done that, you can enter the points, and as I showed you, optionally arrange and submit, and this rubric is able to be deployed in relationship to one or more different assignments.